there! Welcome back to Vampire's Melody. We're into the end part of this, surprisingly. Everybody else seems like the series needs to end at some point. Like what? Yeah, like nearing the end? Holy hell!
それに天雷の存在もある。私たちもバカじゃないから集団でいるなんて自殺行為はしないわ。
We know what's going on. What about that old vampire? Both of you aren't companies?
いいえ、一度天雷から逃れた後、彼には会ってないわ。灰になってしまったのかも。
Oh, works. Or options. It's really tragic. Why, talking about our past, footage gradually drove away our worries. We drifted off to sleep at different times after someone said he was tired. However, I could feel my pants gradually getting wet after some time. I woke up abruptly. I was worried that I had wet myself. Then I realized the water level in the drain risen up until it overflowed and spread to the floor we were sitting on. Well, you fucked. Damn it. Rain outside is heavier than I thought. The water level down here is rising rapidly. So they know. Sewage from channels was rushing across the floor. Only a second ago, now it's reaching up to our shoes. Oh, wake up quick! Ella didn't wake up, despite my shouts. The rushing rainwater looks like she currently is in deep slumber and is really vulnerable. This won't do. If we stay here, we'll certainly drown in that dirty water. Oh, this is something. Quickly carry her on my back. She's still as light as before. Next, I head towards areas that aren't flooded. Well, leaning against the wall. Murky black water in the drain beside us looks like the river Styx in the legends, where our souls may be swallowed by it if we fall inside. I only moved a short distance, and the water has already reached my ankles. Each step becomes difficult as if I'm trying to get out of the marsh. Not that bad if it's up to your ankles. At this rate, we're going to drown here before we know it. Like, what, knock out the dam? What should I do? If we leave the sewers, we might get struck by lightning from the heavens, but we'll drown if we stay. And I don't want to die in the sewage. Shake my head and try my best to clear those unpleasant thoughts of despair. Let's keep moving and see whether there's a turning point. Continue moving forward. Maybe there's a place higher in here. Let's keep looking. Begin to gasp for breath, and my arm muscles are starting to hurt from carrying Yella. Wonder would have exercised more if I knew earlier. Hard to know that. Do that now. Mutter to myself and walk on. After walking for quite some time, a set of steps appear in the distance. It's not a set of rings for people to climb up. It's a staircase made of solid stone instead. In this case, concrete! I hurry across as if I found a lifeline. After climbing the staircase, I see a small catwalk extending outward from front and at the end. A red metal door at this locked, and not the words machine room written on it. Although we can't enter this room, rest, our current position is elevated and we should have any problems for a while. Therefore, I place Yella on the walkway and cover her with a mat to allow her to rest. At least that's a good thing. Curls up on the blanket and her breathing is very shallow. Like that time we first met inside the tree. I step back after settling her down, intending to massage myself briefly and reveal that acute pain in my body. I want to know. Oh, the fun part. I seem to have stepped on something soft. A small black animal tries scurrying away from my feet and jumps off the catwalk. Not a fright, but I realize that the animal is just a dirty rat when I take a closer look. I am not afraid of rats anyways. The rat steps in front of the onrushing water below. After leaving its temporary territory, I have stretched from it. At this moment, boom! A definite sound booms out, and blinding flashes of light pierces through the hole in the manhole cover around us, briefly illuminating the entire underground tunnel. Everything around me turns white. I regain my vision. I notice that rat wandering beside the water below is lying in a strange position on the stone steps. Its four limbs are still a black smoke is emitting from its body. Oh, then you got away from the water. It's that lightning just now. It traveled inside through the village and struck this rat dead. Goosebumps appear on my skin. My head hurts. Yella? I quickly turn around in alarm. Not dead. Plus, Yella is still sleeping peacefully. Doesn't seem to have changed much. I have a sigh of relief. Perfect. That's death. It would certainly be struck dead from below if I had arrived here any later. comforting thoughts do arise from a tragic expression. Sorry, little rat. She wakes up screaming. I'm a butterfly for that poor rat, which sacrificed itself for us. Then I take off my shoes and thrash with it, ring it, and place them on at one side to dry. Only now I understand the benefits of wearing shoes. Yes, Ella's body is starting to feel dry because I carried her on my back earlier. Her shoes and the hem of her dress are only parts that are wet. Hey, at least better than nothing. Wring out the edges of her dress and use the mat to wipe her feet dry. Her dainty legs feel as smooth as silk, but her skin is white as snow. And even has a mild fringe. My thinking. I want to know what you're thinking. My brain already hurts. I sit down while leaning against the railing next to her as I lick the bottom of my lips and clench my fist to the rest that urge. It's very vulnerable now, and the lightning hasn't ended yet. It's afford to relax and daydream. Yeah. So cold. Maybe I'm wet from the heavy rain, and the place actually feels a bit cold when I sit down. I instinctively rub my arms and get some warmth. And I'm blind again! Another thunderclap, and everything in the narrow passageway below strikes violently. Cover Yellow with my mat, since I couldn't allow her to catch a cold. Seems I am fated to have a sleepless night. Eee, at least it's something. Had those one too many of those. I slept. We fell asleep while leaning against the railing. Without realizing it, it's a good thing that the water level didn't rise to this walkway above. That makes it even better. So you're not dead. Hello. She woke up. Ella isn't laying on the mat. She's resting on my shoulders. And my mat has been dropped back on my shoulders at some point in time earlier. Should be morning now. Underground tunnels have slightly more light streaming from the outside. Oh, that's a good thing. That means you're not dead. I crane my neck, see below. And the water has receded to its original level, although the floor is still wet. Only small puddles are left. Woke up. Wake up. Shoulders hurt. Gets off my stiff shoulder and stretches.
あんたの肩硬すぎ。頭が痛いわ。切り開いて酢に浸せば柔らかくなるんじゃないかしら。
I'm gonna cut my arm open and soak it in vinegar. I'll bleed to death! say such frightening things. Well, it would have worked. But from here, I think it's the best time to kind of end the episode. So, I hope all you guys have a great, wonderful time, and a great day too. So, I'll see you guys next time. Question: what's gonna happen next? Most likely, more psychotic behavior. See you guys next time.